All right. So tonight's travel talk is with Princess Cruises. My name is Scarlett Hiller. I'm the franchise partner of the Expedia Cruises office in Twilliger, Windermere location. Our travel talks are being offered to you by the 6 Edmonton and area Expedia Cruises offices. These talks will hopefully provide you some thoughts and ideas for future travel when it is safe to do so, of course. For those that have not attended a Zoom meeting, everyone is muted. You can choose to show us your smiling faces by using your video control, so you can either show us your face or not. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please use the chat feature. We will either answer those questions throughout the presentation or leave them till the end. And then both Cindy and I will work through those questions. Later this year, in 2021, we hopefully will start to travel again. Many people are starting to dream, plan, book their next vacation, me included. I can't wait to start traveling again. I'm ready to dust off my passport, pack my suitcase, and head off on a new adventure. A new cruise adventure with Princess Cruises. Our team of travel advisors are here to help you every step of the way to plan that next adventure. More than ever, the need for a travel advisor is so important. As a result of the pandemic, travel has become slightly more complicated, but the advisors understand those complexities and will work hard to make the next trip as safe and as seamless as possible. Our offices are generally open, but and the consultants are working through the office or at home. But with provincial restrictions, it is always best to phone the office, make an appointment to connect with your consultant. We can connect via phone, email, and we have this wonderful tool that everybody is so used to now, and that's Zoom. So consultants can even use the tool of Zoom if you want to see your consultant face to face. So now I'd like to introduce our host for tonight's travel talk, and that's Cindy Schnell. And she is our Western Canadian or Alberta Business Development Manager for Princess Cruises. She is here to present longer voyages with Princess Cruises and really highlight some great itineraries. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and Cindy, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Scarlett. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see faces. I can't tell you, I almost want to well up. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see all of you. Thank you for joining me this evening. Hello. I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I do apologize. While I'm sharing my screen, I won't actually be able to see your smiling faces, but do know that at the end of it, any questions, I will definitely be happy to answer. And so I want to say yes. So my name is Cindy. I am the Princess Cruises BDM for Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. And I am very excited to be with you this evening to talk about Princess and just about all the amazing sailings that we're going to have and just some of the updates and give you guys some information that you might want to know. So let's get started. I apologize, just want to get it started there. So before crazy 2020 hit, Princess had received many awards as the destination leader, visiting 7 continents, 100 plus countries and over 380 destinations. We really had something for everyone to experience and enjoy. When we return to service here in 2021, we will be returning with 14 beautiful ships and a 15th ship being delivered in the spring of 2022, the Discovery Princess. We will be coming back refreshed and continuing as the destination leader, but not just because of the number of destinations that we visit. Is this why we're going to be called the destination leader? It's because how we bring that destination to you, our guests. And we do this by making sure to offer our guests regional cuisine. We source local ingredients and we cook them up with the recipes from local restaurants so that you're experiencing all of the local cuisine that you're visiting in that destination. So for example, while you're in Alaska, you're going to try some fresh Alaskan crab. maybe some halibut tacos, and of course, salmon, amazing fresh cooked salmon. We feature local entertainers on board from showing folkloric shows, talking about their history, their cultures, and their traditions, and getting you involved and being part of it. And we also leverage our part connections in each port to bring destination experts on board. So they give you those tips and tricks of the destinations you're about to experience so you can get the most out of your vacation. But we also offer our amazing destination programs on board the ships, such as North to Alaska. Now, this is probably one of my favorites. Every time you sail on an Alaskan cruise, you're going to experience Alaska from the minute you step on board that ship. With naturalists on board, mountain climbers, vloggers, they're all there to talk and show you their traditions and what they do, such as throwing an axe if you're a logger. But we also bring on wildlife, such as the dog sled puppies. And they learn about their life while you get to cuddle with a puppy. Who doesn't like to cuddle with a puppy? Of course, when you're cruising around Australia, New Zealand, we have our Down Under with oh my goodness, tongue-tied on this one, with the indigenous culture of the Maori people. And of course, they're going to teach you their traditions, their cultures, and their history. And then when you're sailing around those beautiful islands of the Caribbean, oh, how I wish I could be sailing around the Caribbean today. We can sit back and play those steel drum classes levels and learn how to play the steel drums, or enjoy some jerk chicken, play with the parrots in the piazza, and listen to that amazing music. So of course, Princess, though, we have many great partnerships. So we enhance every part of your vacation. From our cuisine partnerships with Curtis Stone and Norman Love Chocolates, we make sure that you're always enjoying amazing meals with exquisite flavors and, of course, tasty treats for desserts. Like in the picture, the pistachio dome that takes 3 days to make, but only about 30 seconds to enjoy. Of course, our entertainment partnership is with Stephen Schwartz, producer, award-winning composer, and Tony Award winner as well for Wicked, Godspell, and Pippin were a few of his Broadway shows. He brings his talent on board so that our nightly entertainment is Broadway level. And of course, the voice of the ocean. Would you like to maybe try singing? And can you get those chairs turned for you? Who knows? Try it when you experience the voice of the ocean. Now, after a busy day of exploring destinations, having some great food, listening to some good music, and experiencing some of that, fun, adventurous stuff, you're going to be exhausted. Well, with Princess Luxury Beds, we've got them specially designed and built for us by Dr. Michael Bruce. He's an international sleep doctor. And these beds and pillows are amazingly comfortable. Oh, I wanted to take one of those pillows home every time I sail. They are fantastic so that you can get a great sleep before the adventure the very next day. Now, 4 years ago, Medallion Class, ladies and gentlemen, who knew when we introduced Medallion Class that it would be so important for post-COVID world? And when we did bring it on, of course, we started with things such as what you need delivered. You could order your food and drinks on your device or your Medallion app from anywhere around the ship, and we'd bring it to you. Of course, your cabin doors unlocked automatically when you walked up to it. No longer did you need to have a shipboard key to find and swipe. It recognized you from your medallion and would unlock and just push open. And of course, find your way or your shipmates. Now, this was a brilliant way for families to keep track of each other. Much easier to find your children or your spouse if they're wandering around and you don't want to walk up and down the ship looking for them. So this is what we started with 4 years ago. We've continued to develop. Last year, we have not just been sitting while we're in pause. We have been working so hard to get these enhanced features. And I'm so excited because I really think this is going to be amazing when we start sailing again. So things such as touchless embarkation and staggered arrivals. Now, as long as you're ocean ready and got all your paperwork filled out, you choose what time you want to arrive. And voila, from shore to ship, it's very simple. No more crowds. Our new passenger safety drill protocol. This I'm very excited about. No longer having to go to the muster station and sit for 45 minutes as someone tells you how to put your life jacket on in case of emergency. Now, either on your device from anywhere on the ship or in your cabin, you watch the video. Then you must, sometime that very first day, walk through the muster station, and voila, your ship safety drill is done. That's all. Of course, we'll be doing health questionnaires throughout the trip, as well as touchless payment, so no longer having to sign or tap. The visibility into the venue capacity, though, is probably one of my favorites. Now, this is brand new. It's going to be live on Journey View in our app, Medallion app. And this is actually going to give you the opportunity that you can look at the activities. You can see what the capacity is like, how many people are there, what's the seating like, and then you can make an informed decision if you want to attend that activity or not. So it really is going to make it so much nicer before you leave that pool chair to find it's all booked. So very exciting. And then yes, just last week, we actually introduced Dine My Way. Gone are the times of the late or early dining or anytime dining. This is going to give you, our guests, ultimate flexibility to craft your dining journey. So you're going to be able to choose what time do you want your dining, what restaurant do you want your dining. You're going to be able to choose what size of table and who you want to dine with. So if you're traveling with friends or family, you can link up and make sure to dine all together. You can even choose how fast you want to eat your meal. Do you want it served quicker because you want to get to that show tonight? Or do you want a more relaxing meal? Sit back and enjoy the world because you're not in a rush. You tell us, and that's how we get to serve you. You can also put any allergies or anything that way so that we can make sure we give you the best service possible in our dining area. So this is very exciting. More details will be coming out to our guests and to our travel partners. So do keep an eye open or talk to your Expedia consultant because this is going to be very exciting and we'll be releasing very soon all details. The other thing that's very exciting that we've worked on through this last year is we've rushed and made sure to get all of our ships Medallion Class. So when we do start sailing back here in 2021, we will have every ship Medallion Class enabled, which means our guests are going to get that amazing Medallion Class experience no matter which ship they're sailing on. So we're very, very proud. We've worked very hard on this and we're so excited to be coming back all Medallion Class. Now, this wonderful, beautiful world of ours, you know what? We really need to make sure to look after it. And the one thing we've kind of learned over this last year is we want to experience our travel. We've got to look after the world we're traveling around, right? And so Princess Cruises has become the first company in the world to upcycle ocean plastics to make wearable devices for our medallions. So now every 2 water bottles we take out of the ocean gets made into a band for our Medallion Class. It is recompounded with a complete solar energy, and there's no additives or chemicals involved. So again, making sure to give back to the environment and keep it ready for many generations to experience and to explore. Now, what's the guest experience return going to look like? I hear this question probably the most. And ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had a complete answer for you. But as I'm sure you could appreciate, unfortunately, it keeps changing day by day. The CDC just made an announcement again today about masks in the US. So it's always changing. And with it, we are working with governments, the scientists, the World Health Organization, the CDCs, and everybody you can imagine to make sure that these 6 areas are our top priority. We want to make sure when we start sailing, our guests have the best health and safety standards available. And so things such as health screening, will a negative test be required before boarding the ship? At this very moment, the answer is yes. But please know this is fluid and always subject to change. Our environmental sanitization. Of course, this is, I mean, I can't even imagine even how we're going to step up the cleaning, but we are. And we're doing it more and more in the public areas, of course, the cabins, and we are using special hospital grade cleansers that have been approved by World Health Organization and CDC that not only knocks out COVID virus, but also knocks out Norwalk. So we're very excited by this. Our guest experiences, we'll have to relate more information to you as we get closer to sailing. What's it going to look like for the shows and the buffet and masks and all of that? I'm sorry, but it is so subject to change that we'll have more details very soon. Healthcare, more doctors, more nurses on board. Of course, we will have our COVID testing in case anybody shows any symptoms. We'll have it also quarantining cabins that are going to be suites, mini suites, and balcony cabins so that our guests have to quarantine, it's going to be in comfort. And then, of course, making sure we have the medicine to make sure they get better very quickly. The ventilation systems have all had brand new HEPA filters, and we will be pumping fresh air in every 5 minutes. And of course, we continue to work with our partnerships around the world for our shore excursions, because we are the destination leader. We want to make sure you're experiencing that destination the way you want to experience it. And so we're working hard to get that information so that you could choose your adventures that you're always dreaming about. So now, like Scarlett mentioned, today we're going to talk about a few longer voyages. But you know what, Scarlett? I changed the name up. I thought they were more like dream voyages, because I'm not lying when I'm thinking these are the voyages that I'm dreaming about taking and hopefully counting down days to doing some of them soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started on some dream voyages. So let's start in Japan. Incredible history and landmarks, stunning art and architecture, modern cities, and over 200,000 festivals are held every year in Japan. Each one a little different feel, flair, and food. Now, of course, Japan is bursting with UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 23 to be exact. 19 are cultural and 4 are natural. From numerous historic temples and shrines in Kyoto, such as the Golden Pavilion, which you see below in the photo. Now, even though the 2 layers look like actually just gold paint or yellow paint, they are actually hand-laid gold leaf. So, ladies and gentlemen, breathtaking. And of course, the Mount Fuji, the Hiroshima Peace Memorial, and so many more beautiful places to experience. Now in Japan, we offer voyages 3 to 27-day itineraries, and we visit 22 ports. And the big thing there is you can experience things like the firework festivals, like I mentioned, during the summer seasons of June, July, and August. The cherry blossom, of course, in the spring, April and March, and the new fall foliage. Great time to see beautiful fall colors of Japan in October. So we also offer, though, more shore late night ports of calls in Japan, 10 to be exact. So this is when we spend more time at port, so you don't have to rush back to that ship, and you get to experience a little bit more Japan. Now, the cruise I chose was the Grand Japan with Nubata and Summer Festival. This amazing 18-day sailing is round trip from Tokyo. And of course, it offers more shore stays in some amazing destinations. So now prior, you can either, or post, you can enjoy some time in Tokyo, explore that amazing city, then a visit Akita, which is known for its Kanto Festival, which is a festival held every year in hope for a good harvest that fall. Or visit Amorai for the famous Nubata Festival. Or if you have time, check out the Floating Lantern Museum. And of course, it does offer day stops in South Korea, as well as a quick one in Russia. Now moving on to South America. South America is so diversified. While sailing around South America, we're going to immerse you in the unique heritage of South America's vibrant culture. We're going to experience lively Argentinian folkloric musicians, regional cuisine, and so much more. And like I said, South America is very diversified. Everything from the Atacama Desert in Chile, which is considered the driest place in the world. Some parts of it have never seen a drop of rain since the scientists have been keeping record. Of course, the Amazon River is the largest water volume of any river in the world. Or in the big city of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, the statue of the Christ of the Redeemer was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world back in 2007. And he stands 124 feet high and weighs 1.4 million pounds. But of course, probably the most that South America is known for, Machu Picchu and Iguazu Falls. Iguazu Falls, 275 beautiful falls along 2.7 kilometers, with some of them actually being 269 feet high. Or Machu Picchu, the mystical city in the clouds. This enduring testament to the lost 15th century civilization, a lost city. Now imagine, if you will, exploring around South America and going to places such as Easter Island, This remote volcanic island is famed for its archaeological sites, including nearly 900 monumental statues called moais, by inhabitants that were developed by inhabitants in the 13th and 16th century. Of course, I'm not going to lie, one of the big reasons I want to go so bad to South America, the penguins and the sea lion colonies. That to me, I just want to go and see that so very badly and get close as I can without, within reason, and experience that. And of course, that can be done in Falkland Islands or La Boca, that very top corner in Buenos Aires. This once-time shipyard and now beautiful, colorful walkway is famous as the birthplace of the tango. And today, if you visit it, you're going to see local dancers, local artists showing their work, and of course, tons of cafes to sit and enjoy all around you. Now, I've got two amazing itineraries for you here today. The first one, the Antarctica and Cape Horn. Now, the Antarctica is a bucket list for many people. And did you know that the Antarctica has actually been claimed by 3 different countries? So when you visit the Antarctic, you're actually visiting 3 different countries. I don't know who actually has the first right on that one, but they've all claimed it. So the Antarctica, we can actually only sail it through kind of 3 sailings. And that's because we're limited on how often we can go because of the weather. And so this amazing sailing starts in Buenos Aires. Of course, you work your way down, experience, like I said, those penguins and sea lions in the Falkland Islands, and then you do 4 days of scenic sailing through the Antarctic Peninsula before heading up the Cape Horn, past Tierra del Fuego, and back into Santiago. Tons to enjoy. Or look at this way. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking this is a great way to spend the month of March, especially if we live in Alberta, because we usually get more snow and cold can come on and off. So this beautiful sailing is the Andes and Cape Horn Grand Adventure for 32 days on the Sapphire Princess. And it's one sailing we have is March 5th of 2023. Look at this one. Starts in Buenos Aires. Of course, work your way around Falkland Islands, like I said, then the Cape Horn, around, up back into Chile, Peru, Ecuador, and then on to Costa Rica, through the Mexican Puerto Vallarta, and back to LA. I don't know about you, but I think this is a pretty great way to spend the month of March. So then on to Australia, New Zealand. So in Australia, we offer 4 amazing ships right now, or will be sailing in Australia, New Zealand for the 2022 and 2023 season. Of course, Sydney Harbour is known for being an iconic, beautiful port. They say that this port there's nothing even like it when you sail into it and you see the Sydney Opera and the bridge behind it. They say it's breathtaking. It's definitely one of my dreams. Across the Ditch program brings, of course, the unique culture, like I mentioned, of New Zealand and Australia on board the ship, and brings all that history and tradition for you to experience and explore, as well as that cuisine. Now, of course, there's many reasons to visit the beautiful area of Australia and New Zealand, from the unique wildlife, maybe wanting to check out koalas, wombats, or a platypus, maybe. The regional wines. Margaret River region is known for award-winning wines. The culture, of course, the native culture of Maori, my goodness, it just tongue-tied there, indigenous culture of Australia. And of course, then we also have, oh my gosh, I apologize. My tongue is really getting tied today. Ayers Rock. I have that pronunciation. Uluru. There we go. Considered sacred. Of course, it changes color and it's considered magical, actually, how it glows red at dawn and at sunset. Now, for the itinerary that I chose for this one, to me, this is an amazing itinerary because look at this, 28 days around Australia. You get to embark from either Brisbane, Sydney, or Perth. We do have sailings in October of 2022 and March of 2023, and it is on the beautiful Coral Princess. Now, you get to visit places such as, of course, Cairns, gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, or go to Brisbane and experience the Gold Coast. Like I said, Margaret River, known for its wine. Check out the wine in that region. And then Kangaroo Island. Over a third of it is protected nature reserve. with sea lions, koalas, and diverse birds species there to visit and check out. If you visit Flinders Chase National Park, it's actually known for its penguin colonies and the striking rock formations. Now, heading on to Europe, you know what? History, culture, traditions, Europe offers all of this and so much more. And of course, we have so many. I could have spent easily a half an hour just on Europe itineraries alone. There are so many amazing itineraries to see and experience. Explore the beautiful areas of the Mediterranean with Barcelona. Check out the Sagrada Familia, which even though has not been finished yet, is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Or sip cocktails while in Santorini, watching the most famous sunset ever known. And ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to say I did do that. And that sunset, that sun looked like it was going to eat up the earth. It was the largest sunset I have ever seen. Or stroll one of the 5 colorful villages of Cinque Terre in Italy. Of course, we have our Baltics cruises. Explore amazing St. Petersburg and visit places rich in history like Catherine's Palace. The Russian Tsar's summer home, known for its breathtaking amber room. Or did you know that Catherine the Great actually kept over 30,000 dresses there? I would like her walk-in closet. I don't know about you. And of course, on your Baltic cruise, your Scandinavia, Russia cruise, you can visit beautiful Tallinn, Estonia. Now, this was a little gem. I actually was very shocked and absolutely one of my favorite places while visiting the Baltic cruise. This little place made you feel like you were walking back or into Beauty and the Beast when they're in Bell's Town. It is cobbled streets. There's little cafes and stores and cathedrals and horses and carriages. It was absolutely amazing. Still, like I said, one of my favorites. And of course, then we offer the British Isle cruises. Explore castles, as in that area, there are over 4,000 castles alone. And of course, one of the most famous is Blarney Castle. Maybe you want to climb the tower and kiss the Blarney Stone. And of course, in August of 2022, we do have the Edinburgh Castle military tattoo. Book early though for that one, because it does book up very quickly. Now, the ones I've chose for the Europe itineraries are, first one is the Scandinavia, Russia and Icelandic adventure. Now, when I did my Scandinavia, Russia, it was the 12-day cruise. And the first thing I said to my husband at the end of the 12 days was, oh my gosh, I could have done this for a month easily. I want to come back and explore this whole entire area. It was just so amazing. And then I saw this itinerary and went, oh, what? This is where I needed to go. This is what I want to do. And so today I'm sharing this little bit of a dream trip with you all. So of course, like I mentioned, we do have it in June or August of 2022. It is a 30-day sailing and it is round trip out of London, Southamptons. And so you visit amazing places like St. Petersburg for an overnight. Now, don't forget, if you're going to St. Petersburg with us on one of our sailings and you take a Princess shore excursion, we can help you get the visa a lot easier than trying to do it yourself here from Canada. Of course, visit places such as Aberdeen and of course, Newcastle, England. But you've also got Copenhagen, Stockholm, where you can see the Vasa Museum, and Iceland. You can go and visit the rugged mountain ranges of Iceland, and of course, the many hot geysers that are actually the locals use to heat their home. An amazing, amazing itinerary that I had to share. Then we also have the 21-day Mediterranean. This amazing sailing, fantastic sailing is on the Regal Princess, and you have 9 great dates to choose from during the summer of 2022. We, of course, visit Athens, go and explore the Acropolis. In Sicily, you can go and check out Mount Etna. In Naples, you can go and see Capri and the historic city of Pompeii. That still sends shivers down my spines when I went and checked that one out. Of course, in Rome, the Colosseum and the Spanish Steps await you. And then in Mykonos, you can go and get lost in the maze of that town, just like the pirates did way back in the old days, and visit the row of the 16th century windmills. So a fantastic itinerary. Now on to Hawaii. So Hawaii, of course, we are the only cruise line with a fully season round trip from mainland US. So we do sail year round from LA and out of San Francisco. And of course, we do visit the beautiful islands of Kauai, Garden Island, Maui, Oahu, and the Big Island, of course, known for its volcanoes. Now, today, I did want to point out, we do have the 15-day round trip, and it is actually back from Vancouver. So for only a couple of sailings though. So just as a heads up, you have to book that one pretty quickly because of it being from Vancouver, and we do have limited dates on that one. But the one I really want to point out is that 28-day Hawaii, Tahiti, and South Pacific. So look at this one. Hello. Doesn't this one look amazing? 22 days out of LA. It checks out the beautiful islands of Hawaii. You continue on to Bora Bora, Tahiti. You get to experience Papeete, Moorea area. Like, I mean, how fantastic. And of course, this area is known for its amazing water, the beautiful fish, scuba diving and snorkeling, incredible weather, and of course, the people and the experience. So definitely a fantastic couple of sailings. We've also got, while you're sailing with us, you also get to experience, of course, the aloha spirit. So while you're sailing around, all around Hawaii and all through the South Pacific, you're going to experience ukulele lessons, hula classes, festivals, folkloric shows, of course, the island cuisine and lei making. So making sure that even those days at sea, you know where you're sailing and you're feeling the islands while you sail. So then on a little closer to home, bringing it back, I've got Alaska. Now, of course, Alaska, so many people visit Alaska for many different reasons. For the glaciers, the mountains, and the wildlife are the big three. Now, it's kind of funny though, because in Canada or Western Canada, we actually don't necessarily think of Alaska as a first destination to go to, and we're really missing out. I've actually been there 5 times, and every time I've gone, it's a different experience. Last time I went, and I was going through the Glacier Bay National Park, which by the way, is a must-see, because only limited ships get to go see it every year. But as I was sailing through it and we were at the end and the ship was turning around, there was a bear swimming across right beside the ship. What an amazing experience to see. So definitely Alaska is special. Now, the best way to see Alaska though, is really on a cruise tour. You get to go further, you get to experience more. You know what, just don't do the coast, go all the way in. This one includes, of course, our cruise for 7 days, and then our rail with our dome, so you can look around and view and enjoy a bit of a day on the train, while our naturalists tell you all about Alaska and their history and their culture. And then, of course, to our beautiful lodges. We have 5 of them, all in different areas, so you can get a little bit different experience. Now, the tour though, this is a brand new tour for us for Alaska. It's the longest one we have. And so it is the 17-night land and cruise tour. It includes the 7-day cruise and then 10 nights at land. So you get to experience all of our lodges for 2 nights each. And it includes, of course, the rail service with the dome. It includes a fully escorted tours. So you're going to have somebody with you from the moment you step off the ship for the entire time you're on the land. You're going to be able to do the Tundra Wilderness Tour, the Sternwheeler Riverboat Tour, the Gold Dredge Tour, and then of course, most meals are included. That's a bonus while you're up in Alaska, because you can imagine there's not just a McDonald's around every corner or a Tim Hortons. So this is a great way to make sure to have those amazing meals. Now, I was very happy to say I did get to experience some of this last September with September 2019. Oh, how the time flies, with my in-laws and my husband. And it was an amazing experience. I'm not going to lie. Skagway and Ketchikan are just so awesome. I love the areas. I got to see the sea lions are playing in the little canals there. We actually got to see salmon. They were doing, the salmon were going upstream. Wow. That was incredible. You could swear you could walk across them. It was amazing, the salmon spawning. And of course, my father-in-law and my husband actually went and did the deadliest catch while they were in Juneau. And you know what? They swear to this day it was the best shore excursion ever. And my father-in-law still talks about it all the time. So definitely try Alaska if you want to stick a little bit closer to home. It's an amazing adventure on its own. Now, we do offer cruise tours to all of these destinations. So if you want more than just our cruise, we can take you inland. So we do have, of course, one cruise tour available in Japan. In Europe, we have 4 different ones, depending on where and which cruise you're on. Australia, we have 2 cruise tours. And in South America, we of course have Machu Picchu and Iguazu Falls. We also have, I didn't have on my itineraries today, but Canada, New England. We also have a cruise tour portion for our Canada, New England cruise as well. So extend your stay, go a little bit longer, experience a little bit more of that destination and go inland. There's so much more to see. So now a couple of years ago, we introduced a new promotion, and instead of making it just a promotion, it's now an actual just always offered, the Princess Plus program. So this is good for all guests in all staterooms. It makes it like an all-inclusive feature. So it includes our premier drink beverage package. So alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, waters, coffees, teas, beers, wine, you name it. It also includes the gratuities on it. It also includes our Wi-Fi, unlimited Wi-Fi, your entire sailing. And we now call it crew incentive. It used to be known as just gratuities to our crew. It's now called crew incentive. And so it includes that as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the big thing here is if you bought all of this on board and paid for it all, you'd be about $90 US a day. And it is actually 60% off when you pre-purchase it. So it is a much better value to buy the Princess Plus package and make it almost all-inclusive. We did start a promotion today that you can actually purchase the Princess Plus package and get this over and above it. And so it is up to $200 per stateroom on board spending money. And so that did start, and it's running until June 30th. So do keep in mind some extra spending money. Great way to spend on, I don't know, an excursion or a spa treatment maybe, right? And continue that the fun on board the ship. So for our Princess guests, if you happen to be a retired military or you're active military or a disabled military, you know what? Please let us know, because we want to thank you for serving your countries. And this is good for Canadian, American, and British military. Let us know and get up to $250 extra onboard credit on top of any promotion that we're offering as our way of thanking you for serving the country. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to say thank you. And we're, sorry, also my computer glitched there. And we're excited to get you back on board. Our crew awaits you, and we're so missing you all. And they tell us all the time in meetings just how they wish that they had the guests back on board. The ship seemed lonely without you. So thank you so very, very much. And I'm now going to stop sharing so I can see everybody's faces and hopefully answer any questions.
Okay.
So.
Don't stop sharing your slide yet, because there is a question by Max wondering if you Max the slide of the 27-day itinerary for Japan.
Oh, that one, the full 27-day one. I don't like or do you want to see the 18-day one again? Sorry.
He's asking for the 27. You only highlighted the 18, but
yeah, I only had the 18 highlighted. I didn't actually do the 27 one on that one.
Well, if you could go back to that slide and then
the 18
review. Yeah,
of course I can. Sorry, guys, I'll just take a second here. We'll just click through. I'm happy to show you that. I apologize. It's going slow in reverse. It's not used to going backwards, Scarlett. Let's see. Give me a sec here. We'll get right through it.
Oh, there you go.
The 18-day.
No, the one, there was some, what was the slide after that?
That was actually South America.
Oh, no. Okay, you do your 18-day then.
Okay, so the 18-day. That one, that's the only one I had on Japan.
Okay.
I mentioned I mentioned that we do have up to 27-day itineraries, but this is actually the only itinerary that I actually had on there for Japan.
I hope, Max, that helps you, and you can evaluate the itinerary and reach out to your travel consultant, and he or she will be able to assist you and give you the full itineraries for the Japan program.
Yes, please, if you know what, if you reach out to the travel consultant and they don't have it for whatever reason or they can't find it, just send me an email, and they can send me an email, and of course I'll be happy to get them any information that they require for it, for sure.
Great.
Yeah. Of course.
Dave had a question in regards to the size of the Island Princess and the 32-day trip, but I see Randy has answered that, so
Awesome.
I will move on.
Awesome.
And then there is a question about any itineraries from Rome to Dubai through the Middle East.
Ooh, you know what? I want to say yes, but I apologize for 2022. I don't have it right on me. I can definitely answer. I can look into that one. Just actually, thank you. Actually, just bringing up Europe. So just to let everybody know, Europe 2023 is supposed to be released. They're here telling me it's looking like end of July, early August. So just as a heads up on that one. So for 2023, Europe, that will be coming soon. But I apologize. I don't actually have the flyer right in front of me, and I would have to go off my computer to do it. So do you want me to, can I stop sharing and do that quickly while we answer questions?
We only have one more question.
Okay.
Jan is the one that asked the question. Jan, I would suggest that you reach out to your travel consultant, and that consultant can send you over the available itineraries for what you're looking for.
Definitely.
All right. One question, Rome to Singapore. Oh, I did Rome to Singapore in 2019. It was awesome. So that's great.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Danny. And
I love those
Cynthia,
comments.
I think we're done with all of the questions. If, like you said, if you have, I have another question from Eric. I know this may be a difficult question to answer, but is Princess planning any specifics regarding health requirements before boarding a cruise?
You know what? Good question. So at this very point, and actually I was kind of talking to the owners about this a little bit a couple of minutes ago, or before we started. At this very point, Princess and actually Carnival Corp in its general has not actually has not took a stance or said if the vaccines are going to be required. We're still working with the governments to find out, what does it matter? Does we have to? Our crew will be vaccinated, but at this point, we have not said if our guests have to be. This is something we're still kind of trying to figure out. We have actually said, though, that of course we will require a negative test prior boarding. But that is at this time, depending on the way the world is going, is always subject to change. But that is pretty well the only thing at this point that we've said is that there is a negative test requirement to get on board the ship.
All right, great question, Eric.
Yes.
And John has a question. Do you have any cruises to the Arctic?
You know what? No, just Arctic. No.
No, that was a simple answer. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If we book a cruise that's ultimately needs to be canceled because of COVID, would we be reimbursed?
So there is a few things. So first of all, at this very point, anybody putting deposits down, it is a refundable deposits for pretty well all kind of the programs that we've got offered right now. I think except for maybe the casino offers. So it is a refundable deposit. So until final payment, of course, it would be refunded, no problem. Within final payment, right now for sailings for the remaining of 2021, we've got what we call cruise confidence. And what cruise confidence is, if you have to cancel within up to 30 days before sailing, we are actually giving back the money in a future cruise credit. Now, after that time and what 2022 looks like, at this point, we actually haven't said what the rules will be on just in general. What I will tell you is that my recommendation is, of course, insurance. And actually, even our Princess Vacation Protection, it actually helps protect if you had to cancel for COVID. And it's actually, the best part about it is that there is no age limit on it. It's not an age issue. It's actually a price based on the price of the cruise, which makes it so it doesn't matter if you're 15 or if you're 95, doesn't matter. The protection plan has one price, but it actually protects if you had to cancel. It would give you back your money, as well as it also helps protect interruption due to COVID. So if you were down there and you got ill, it would help cover some of your costs while you're down there as well. So for interruption of travel. So definitely I recommend the Princess Vacation Protection Plan for that.
Perfect. Douglas has a question in regards to, will Canadians be receiving their medallions in advance, or will they have to pick them up at the port?
I love that question. And they tell us they're working very hard on it. We are hoping, they are pushing hard. What we've been advised is if we get everything through the government's okay, that is our goal. That when we start sailing, the medallion comes up to Canada and then literally you walk on through. So it really depends up to the governments, but they are working hard and we're hoping to announce it confirmed before we start sailing this summer. So fingers crossed, but we're excited because it looks good. So yay.
All right, and thank you, Randy. Randy found your answer, Jan, in regards to your Dubai to Rome. So there is a sailing on March 13th, 2022. There's a 22-day Dubai to Rome sailing on the Island Princess. So that's
oh, I can see faces. Hi. Yes.
Peter
I knew there was one, but I didn't have that information right in front of me. Sorry.
Well, Randy, he figured it out for us, so that's great.
Thanks,
Peter has a question. What is the coverage if you do contract, pardon me, COVID-19, partial or evacuation if medically required?
So so our Princess Vacation Protection Plan only covers like 10,000 or 20,000 medical. So you'd have to get medical insurance through another company. And I'm sorry, Scarlett, Expedia, do you guys, I just happen to know manual.
Yeah, so we offer COVID coverage through our insurance provider, and that's Manulife Travel Insurance. So great questions to ask your travel advisor and the people that sell travel insurance in the offices that you deal with. But we do definitely offer COVID coverage. So good question there.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Linda asks, we paid a future deposit when we cruised in December 2019. If we don't book within the 2 years, can it be held longer?
Yes, so that's a fantastic one. I'm happy to say that if you speak to your Expedia consultant and you give us the consultant the information, they would email me and I can actually get it extended for you for another year. So that's not a problem. The future cruise deposit, we can definitely extend for you so that you have another year with it. Just let your consultant know and then they just let me know and I'll fix that for you for sure.
Perfect. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I think that is all the questions, but in the event, once we end the call, if you have any questions, please reach out to your travel advisor and they will be more than willing to help you get those questions answered. We want to thank you for joining us for our travel talk tonight. Thank you to Cindy and thank you to all of our valued customers. Hopefully Cindy has inspired you to add a wonderful exotic or long voyage with Princess
Dream voyage
to your perhaps just pampering yourself and your significant other on a trip, or making it a bigger occasion and inviting some friends, family, kids and grandkids to that voyage as well. Princess Cruises has just the right cruise for every adventure, I'm sure, and every occasion. Next week's travel talk is with Holland America, and Tom Steer will be our presenter, and he too will be talking about longer voyages with Holland America. And we'll also focus in on the Alaska season for 2022. So we hope that you can all join us, invite your friends and family. The more the merrier. And we thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us some of your time. So good night, everybody.